In Churchill, Canada, the cold seems to reign all year round, covering every road with ice and snow. A polar bear, separated from its herd after an accident, limps weakly on the vast ice. It has a large wound on its back, blood still seeping slightly, causing its health to decline seriously. At first, the wound was not too dangerous, but due to lack of care, it gradually became infected. The pain comes in waves, making the bear exhausted, unable to find enough food to nourish itself. On its white fur, some insects swarm around the area where it has been lost, making the bear even more uncomfortable. Every step is a challenge. The bear groans softly, as if calling for help in vain. It tries to endure the cold, but its body becomes weaker and weaker, its eyes shine with fatigue. It seems that all hope for life gradually fades, as it is separated from its familiar environment. Without the support of the herd, the bear could only trudge off into the distance with no clear destination. In the midst of the white landscape, the local animal rescue team regularly patrolled to promptly handle emergency situations. A young man named Lucas, enthusiastic and full of compassion, was assigned to drive a snowmobile through the Churchill icefield. He had just joined the team, but had already demonstrated his outstanding observation skills and patience. Before that, he had heard that a bear was seriously injured, with a very slim chance of survival. While driving through the ice, Lucas paid close attention to look for any unusual signs. Suddenly, he noticed a trail of blood scattered across the cold white snow. His intuition told him that this was a clue, so he immediately stopped the car and followed the trail. The cold wind whipped his face, but he still moved forward with the determination to save the life in distress. Through an ice ledge, he found the bear lying down, breathing weakly, its back red. Above the wound, some bugs were still clinging, causing the bear to constantly move. Lucas quickly checked around, making sure there were no other bears or dangers. He gently approached. The bear growled lowly, as if both scared and in pain. With the first aid kit he brought, Lucas carefully chased away the bugs and then used antiseptic to clean the wound. The bear shivered with pain, but seemed to understand that he wanted to help it. Lucas cleaned the back, avoiding further damage, then skillfully wrapped gauze around the inflamed area. He injected antibiotics to prevent the infection from spreading, and also gave the bear pain medication. Even a small mistake could cause the bear to panic, so all his movements were very slow. When he finished bandaging, Lucas breathed a sigh of relief, but knew that this was only the beginning. He coaxed the bear, giving it some soft food, hoping it would regain its strength. The bear was tired and dozing, but ate a little, which made him more confident that it still had a chance to recover. Churchill was always ready to bring snowstorms, so Lucas quickly contacted the rescue team via walkie-talkie. Due to the difficult terrain, the rescue team could not arrive in time. He was advised to stay put. Lucas set up a tarp to block the wind, trying to light a small fire to increase the heat. The bear looked at him, groaning softly, as if expressing its own fragility. Lucas took the opportunity to change the gauze when necessary, disinfecting regularly to keep the wound clean. He did not forget to chase away a few bugs that were still lingering, avoiding them from causing more trouble. Every time the bear grimaced in pain, Lucas gently patted it, trying to calm it down. Night fell, the wind howled. He sat and watched, afraid that the bear would lose body temperature or become seriously ill. Occasionally, he would take a nap, but he always kept an eye on the bear's breathing. In the quiet space, with only the flickering fire and the howling wind, the scene was very touching. When dawn broke, Lucas woke up with a start, seeing the bear move a little. He gently checked the bandage. The bleeding had stopped, a sign that the antibiotics were starting to take effect. The bear accepted some more food he had prepared, its eyes shining with trust. Lucas was happy, speaking as if talking to the bear, "You have to be stronger." He injected another dose of mild painkiller, hoping the bear would feel less uncomfortable and recover easily. The weather was less harsh, the snowstorm was temporarily delayed, helping him to consolidate the shelter better. Because he could not move the bear immediately, Lucas patiently took care of it, cleaning the wound regularly. Every time he touched the bear's back, he did it very gently. The bear growled softly as a reflex, but had no intention of biting or attacking, appearing quite cooperative. He sat beside it, looking at the gentle eyes of the animal, feeling that the boundary between humans and beasts suddenly became fragile. Throughout the afternoon, Lucas spent time monitoring the progress, calling headquarters to report regularly. The rescue team was still hindered, unable to arrive as early as expected, making him even more worried about the bear. But looking at the speed of recovery, he believed that if the wound was kept clean and the medicine was maintained, the bear would get better. Sometimes, the bear would lean its nose lightly on his hand, as if to express its gratitude. In that moment, Lucas just smiled, his heart warming as if to dispel the Churchill cold. He chatted casually, telling about the rescue team's work, about the polar nature, even though the bear did not understand. It was those simple words that made the animal feel secure, no longer tense with fear. At night, the wind rose. Lucas persistently kept the fire burning, ready to be on duty whenever the bear needed him. When tired, he leaned against the sled, his hand still placed on the bear's fur to wake him up in time if there was an incident. The animal occasionally licked the gauze, but not too fiercely, seeming to have gotten used to his presence. After a long night, the dawn appeared again. Lucas was radiant when he saw the bear starting to move more. The wound no longer had an unpleasant smell, the gauze was dry, the skin around it looked healthier. He carefully removed the bandage, added more antiseptic solution, then re-bandaged it. The bear moved, lifted its head, and even tried to sit up on its two front legs. Lucas quickly supported it to avoid pressing on the painful area, while patting and encouraging it. Finally, the bear struggled to get up, its whole body trembling slightly, but still standing on all fours. He shouted happily, "Good, you've overcome the crisis." When he heard the sound of an engine in the distance, he guessed that the rescue team was approaching. For a moment, he pondered what to do next, whether to keep the bear or let it go free. At that moment, the bear walked over, gently placing its front paw on Lucas's shoulder, as if in a grateful hug. Lucas was surprised, but immediately understood. He gently wrapped his arms around the bear's neck. The bear's eyes were calm, as if thanking him for everything he had done. It was a rare moment. A polar bear was hugging a human with trust. Lucas whispered softly, "Take care of yourself, I hope you will be safe." The bear let go of him, looked at him for a while, then slowly walked towards the distant forest. Its steps were still a bit slow, but clearly more energetic than a few days ago. Lucas took a deep breath, his eyes following, his heart filled with indescribable emotions. A few minutes later, the rescue team arrived. He smiled and recounted the arduous yet warm journey. Everyone looked at each other with admiration, everyone secretly admired his perseverance and kindness. In Churchill, the story of Lucas and his miraculous encounter with the polar bear is still told, proving that kindness can sprout even in the harshest cold. Dear friend, thank you for taking the time to follow the story. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support us.